Class, good evening. Okay, we're going to start with our class tonight. Please take your seats and let's start. I want you to direct your attention to the board. I wrote our little agenda for tonight and what we're going to learn and go over this evening. First, we're going to try to remember some of the vocabulary that we learned last night, including the future tense. Remember that yesterday for the first time we introduced the future tense and we talk about the future tense for things that we are planning in the future, events, activities. So we're gonna practice, we're gonna remember, we're gonna do all that tonight again. Okay, so our little agenda is first we're gonna remember our vocabulary, we'll practice some of the things that we learned. We'll practice all together and then you're going to work by yourselves in little teams and then we're going to talk about what is next in the future, okay? Because we're using the future tense. Very good. Okay, so let's try to remember some of the vocabulary and for that we're going to play our game of tossing the snowballs, remember? So be on your guard, catch the ball and tell me some word that we learned in the future. So let's see. Alicia, please tell me one word. Very good. Travel. Okay. Pablo, can you tell me another word? Yes, buy. Luis, there's the ball. Yes, ticket. Okay. Well, we have a list of words that we learned last night and we're going to use some of those words to create sentences in the future tense. Remember? Now, with the handout that I gave you yesterday, please look at it. Here we have our structure for the future tense, which is, can anybody tell me how we start? Yes, we start with a subject. Correct. Then we use an auxiliary, which is will. What's next? Yes, we use a verb. Very well. So let's practice together and let's make some sentences in the future tense. So let's use Luis for example. Okay, so Luis is our subject. Very well. Okay. And then will. And then the verb. So what can we use from our list? Very well, Alicia. So Luis will buy. Oh, yes, we'll buy a ticket. Okay. Very good. So now we see the structure of our sentence and what I want you to do right now is you're going to work in pairs and you're going to write 3 sentences in the future tense. Please remember the formula and then we'll review what you did. I will walk around and see what you're doing and I'll try to help you if you have questions. So please form groups. Very good. Very good. Okay, guys, please start. Everybody did very good, so we practice with our formula for the future tense and we created sentences, so all of you did a good job. Please try to remember always the structure with the subject, our auxiliary, which is will, and then the verb. Very good, and we have a list, so you can practice with your list and remember that this is for future activities that we are planning, okay? So what is next? Next, there's going to be a quiz, right? But don't be nervous, don't be nervous. You have your handout, and when I was walking around, I gave you another one with more words that we have been learning. You know them already, but I want you to study. I want you to study the structure of the future tense and all your vocabulary because tomorrow we'll have a quiz. Okay, it's going to be very simple, but if you study all that we have learned, you will do great tomorrow. Okay, so if anybody has a question tonight before we finish class, please be free to ask me. I'm here to help you. And then tomorrow we'll have our quiz. Okay?